A little bit windy and chilly today in London. 15 degrees Celsius at the minute now. That's okay. We can do our chest things. Let me have more tea. Drinking green tea with something else. I don't know what they put in it. Um, it can't be very bad. I think it's too late to having a coffee, I guess. So, um, I'll probably give it 1 hour. Let's see how many friends join us on the process. And I think we want to go to. So, because today is Saturday, I think the daily puzzle should be slightly challenging. Always is. But tomorrow would be even more challenging. Okay, sound should be fine. Let me briefly check. Yeah, the social. We should be very much live on Twitter. Going LinkedIn. And I suspect goes very well on kick.com. Where else? Facebook. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it does. Yes, that's fine. Okay. Where were we? This puzzle here. Okay. Thinking of ideas, Tail. It's getting seriously philosophical now. All right, what is going on this daily puzzle, ladies and gents? Solved by 1,200,000 people, almost. Um, well, White is attacking on G7 like 3 times. That's a show. And we are defending just twice. Another thing I can observe here is that Black Queen is able to actually get 2 rooks and takes and takes. Yeah, that's fine. Probably they notify me that I'm. Yeah, I don't know what's that. Yeah, okay. Right. So I could, for instance, take both white rooks for the queen. I could. Now, is that the actual thing we need to do, or something else? Not quite sure yet. But that's definitely an idea. Now, if I were to do that, I would be ending with 2 black rooks and bishop versus queen and bishop. And I'm having 5 black pawns versus 5 white pawns. This the thing? There's something else? I don't know. So that's an idea. That's one idea, one possibility. I guess we gotta look at more stuff. I mean, I really didn't think about this. So let's just put it this way. If white queen takes, you just checkmate with queen g2. We'll put it like this. If after rook d1, white takes though here with check, that's not very much negotiable. Yeah, if that's a check, I guess I sort of what take, then rook takes. Well, I'm in check. Or maybe play king f8 or something? I'm not sure. Play king f8. And then what exactly am I doing? If rook takes the queen, rook takes the I can take the white queen. So yeah, I could take the white queen with check. They move, and then I'm taking the rook or the bishop. So I'm looking at this one. or it's just unnecessarily complicating. It does make any sense. I mean, it does make some sense. I'm not fully convinced that's actually the correct way to play. Rook d1. One. Is it really? Is it really? Oh, could be though. So after this check here, probably I should move. That would be one stuff to consider. Another stuff, I mean, the first stuff was just queen takes, rook takes, king takes. For instance, that's one stuff. Should we looking at this kind of? I mean, I haven't looked at this. I really didn't calculate a bit. So that would be a third idea. So first idea, queen takes, rook takes, and king takes. One. Second idea, rook d1 with too many complications, and I think they might not pay off in the end. So that would be a second idea. And a third possibility would be perhaps bishop g2, which is a sort of a forcing move and hitting the queen. If queen takes, we might have rook d1 check. They must move the king on h2. And it's not incredibly clear. I don't see a clear path. I don't see a clear way to take in any advantage. So probably I'll have to revert back to queen takes rook or rook d1. Yeah, I didn't expect to be easy. Saturday puzzle. I didn't expect it very easy. There are a few ideas. Now, I may have the surprise, the not very pleasant surprise, to actually see that none of these are the correct one. It could be, it happened. Did you guys do this? Today's puzzle, today's Saturday puzzle. Did you guys solve it? So if you had plenty of time on your clocks, would you actually take the rook? In principle, queen for two rooks. That's a decent trade. The question is for black if there is something stronger than trading queen for two rooks. So that would be the question, actually. That would be the question. Is there something? Is there anything stronger than this? And if there is, which one? Have I mentioned? Is it rook d1? Oh, rook d1. Rook d1 lands in some complications here. Yeah, I thought about rook d3 as well. Hi there, Pouncy. I thought about rook d3. Rook d3, it's interesting. It doesn't prevent white from taking on g7, though, with check, mind you. So they will be taken on g7, Pouncy, with check. So what are you going to do? You're going to move the king. They're going to take your queen. So I'm not sure rook d3 is actually the right way to proceed. But thank you for the idea. You actually want to threaten the bishop. It's an interesting idea. I'm not sure it's the strongest, though. I still think we have to look at queen takes rook or rook d1. In terms that if white queen takes, you're going to take on g2 with checkmate, and if the rook takes, you're going to play f8. Rook takes queen, then you're going to take with tempo. They got to have to move, and then you're going to take. So that's another idea. I'm slightly inclined towards rook d1. I am inclined towards this rook d1 idea. And after I get checked, I'll have to play the king. And if they keep on checking, then I am going to take king takes. the problem is, it's very bad, isn't it? Because then they're gonna take. So it's not really working. Unless, so let me have a look at some other details. Rook d1. For rook plays, where am I going here? Check me again. And queen takes. Rook takes check again. No, that just doesn't look good. I think queen takes. I mean, it's so simplistic. I know it's simple and looks like it's a lazy attitude, but practically, if I do not see a very clear combination, a very clear sequence, I would be inclined for just giving queen for two rooks. And then hopefully, if you play this one correctly, you should be okay, I guess. I'm not sure. Let me pour myself a bit more green tea here. We are going to make a bit more of a debate in relation with the next move. Should be playing here for black. Not bad this green tea with whatever they might have put here. Few more herbs. Anyway. So, people, what do you think? Queen takes f7? Is it that bad to take on f7? Is it that bad? And by the way, is the sound decent, guys? Especially if you're using headphones. Is it stereo? Is that decent? Rook a2. I mean, you mean rook a7. I thought about that one too. Rook a7, rook takes a7. I don't see the follow-up though. Oh, something springs to mind now. Rook a2, and actually then rook d1. Yes, that is correct. Yes. Yeah, that must be it. Yeah. That's the correct sequence, Pounce. Although I've seen rook takes a7, I didn't quite take it further. I just stopped. But I think it makes a ton of sense now. Now, there is a little subtlety here. Rook takes a7. Okay, fine. Rook takes a7. Fine. Rook d1. Okay. Then they'll be taking here with check. And if they take, then I'll capture first. Yes, I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. I think that must be the cleanest way to playing this sequence here. I think you might be correct. After all, rook takes just to water down the attack on g7 and then rook d1. It does make sense. It does make sense. I think it might be the right one. Yeah, I very much think so. Yeah, it could be. Very well. Yeah. I think I'm going to do this one because it seems to make sense. If it's not, I guess queen should be taking the rook. But I think it practically quite playable. Yeah, so rook a7, rook takes a7, and now we're gonna go with rook d1. That makes sense now. Rook d1, they can't touch the rook, really. And we're simply taking. It won't matter now because we're gonna winning a ton of material. Bingo. Kudos to you, brother. And we are going to take now. It won't matter, really. It won't make a bit of a difference. Yeah, that was quite good. Pouncy, you did it, man. You did it. Cool stuff. Absolutely super cool stuff. Yeah. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Hey, that's a complicated one. This is probably one of those puzzles you secretly don't want to do. This sort of I mean what? Oh, why to play? Why to play? Why to play? Why to play? So I guess one of the two pawns has to promote. How exactly? A few ideas. That would be one of them. That would be a second one. I mean, all sorts of things. If you push the pawn, you could expect black to play this kind of stuff. So you may very well give this guy sacrifice, and if they were to capture, then you can promote, but probably they're going to be doing this. Then you could play potentially this again, and they can't shy away forever. They might be doing this then, and if you promote, they're going to take, you're going to take. This is probably more difficult than the previous one. This is probably way more difficult than the previous puzzle. This is actually very difficult. Probably they should be put it on a Saturday or Sunday puzzle or something, because that's not a very easy one. That's actually quite tough. That's actually quite tough. Um, we could do all sorts of things. Probably white knight should be used to deflect the one of the two black knights to protect the queening square. So you could think about this kind of stuff. Or this, maybe knight d5, maybe knight e4. Which one's gonna be knight e4? What's the difference in between these two? Knight e4. Actually, knight. No, you can't do knight e4, because if we do knight e4, they take with check. Thus, that's just disaster. Don't tell me it's a king move. I don't think it's a king move. It can't be a king move. And if we push, they're going to be playing this. Tough one, actually. I think actually that's more difficult. If the previous puzzle just required a little bit of tactics adjustment, this one I think it's a long shot. This one is a long combination. It's a long sequence here. I mean, theoretically, I think it should be a knight. But what if it's a king? I think it's too slow to be a king to move. What do you think, Pouncy? Might that be too slow for a king to move? I don't think it's a white king. Plus, we're going to lose the knight. It's got to be the white knight somewhere. And what makes a lot of sense, it's knight trying to obviously deflect the black queen from protecting g8. That would be one thing. Either knight d5 or pawn forward c7. The problem with c7, if we are to play c7, is that black knight's going to play just knight d6. And is that the end of it? Oh, can you play this? But the guy, I mean, it's the same idea. Gonna play this. What are you going to play? Oh, and you could play this one with the checker. This is very difficult. This is very difficult. This is very tough. Ladies and gents, I think this is probably the most difficult puzzle that we've done this evening. We haven't done it yet, but by the looks of it, it's quite challenging. Might be a chess master puzzle. Oh, probably this. I'm gonna go on knight d5. I'm gonna go on knight d5 and perhaps knight e7. No, we can't do this. I mean, knight d5 makes some sense, but after they retreat the knight, you can't do knight e7. It can't be this. You can push this guy. Very, very not sure. If that's the starting point, I would be happy to, but I'm not even sure that's the starting. What if it's knight b5 in order to play a check? I don't know. Huh. Very tough one. This, they're going to be doing this. We are going to do, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's not a clear way. It's very not clear. This is very, very, very not clear. What do you think, Pause? Is it knight d5? Or is there another subtlety here that I'm missing? What do you think in relation to this puzzle we're having now? Um, I go this way, but what's the end? What's the stuff? This one works in terms of not allowing the Black Knight to play on d6 when you push this guy forwards, for instance. So I very much suspect that actually that's the stuff. Now they might be playing this move. Which what are you going to play? So this and then knight b6, very likely. Then we're going to play. Oh, it's like what? Check. They're going to be attacking. Let's. Oh wow, this any sense? It absolutely doesn't make any sense. Well, it doesn't make any sense because I don't see a very clear follow up. So they look like equally playable. Knight b5 and knight d5. What's the difference in between? Oh, don't tell me. Is there something else? Is there something? No, it gotta be. What if we play something like knight d5, and if they do g8, we're just gonna march on with the king? Just saying. I mean, gonna do this kind of stuff? No, we can't. But I mean, we could do this. Huh? Knight being on d5. It could be. This is a heck of a puzzle. This is probably the most difficult puzzle. Because you're looking at knight b5, you're looking at knight d5, and then you still inquire, perhaps after you play the move with, let's say, knight d5, which makes a lot of sense. Challenging this guy, they're going to move, and then you can march on with the king. It could be. In case you're there, Pounce, let me know if you agree on this one. Or I'm missing things. Which is a possibility. I could missing things. Oh, what is oh that's hey, let me just this one. Okay, cool. Okay, I think I'm going to decide something. And by the looks of it, I think knight d5. Knight d5. I mean, that's the only plan I have. I don't have any other plan. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. I mean, it'll take very many moves to get a king. What else can I possibly? And after knight d5, knight g8, can I just push the c7 pawn and keep the other black knight blocked, or I move the king? I think I might be tempted to move the king. I mean, it's important you move the king after knight d5. But is that the real stuff to do? Not sure though. Not sure. Tough one. Very tough. More difficult than the daily puzzle. I think that's a bit more difficult than the daily puzzle. Because it could be many things. Could be many things. Um okay, I'm just gonna play knight d5 because at least I'm centralizing the white knight and I'm covering a couple of squares, trying to deflect this guy. And given a chance, I'll move the king forwards. And if it's not, I'm going to replay it with knight b5 because I just can't think of anything else. So knight d5, knight b5, and c7. Which one is it? Um, Probably knight d5 or knight b5 rather than pawn c7. But pawn c7, all of a sudden, determines the black knight to coming closer. And I'm not that sure I'm supposed to be doing this. Probably knight d5. I'm going to play it. And it's wrong. So I'm going to go knight b5. That's wrong too. I'm going to go c7. So I had like 3 ideas. The first 2 were wrong. This one now keeps the guy here. So probably I could just go like this. No. That's a thing. Is it this? They'll be playing that. And I do like check and then this. This is very difficult. Sorry, did I play knight b5 and no, that's reject. This is so difficult. Right, which one do I go? I mean, how do I go around here? Is it sorry, haven't I played the oh not um not d5, not b5. I reckon it can't be this. This is too crazy to be the case. It can't be. This is just completely nonsense. What does white play here? That one denied. This one denied. I don't think you can go a4. This doesn't make any sense. And knight here or here or here, it just doesn't make any bit of a sense. I don't know. This is so sick, so crazy. Do we push one of the 2 pawns? And why? I mean, I could, for instance, this guy. He takes, then I don't know. This one was really difficult. Very difficult one. It's still not clear. After the first move, it's still not very obvious. Which way should we go with the knight? If it's the knight, don't tell me it's not the knight. Don't tell me it's a pawn, because whatever pawn you choose to push, you're going to lose it. Whatever pawn you choose to play, going to be taken. So, and if you move the king, you're going to lose the white knight. So what did we do? Is there something else? Is this under promotion? I don't know. I don't think so. Doesn't make any sense to under promotion. I don't know, actually. A very tough one. So knight d5, knight b5 have been declined. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make a bit of sense. This one for no. It's crazy. Not the pawns. I mean, it does make any sense. Is it no? That's been refused. The engine said it's wrong. Is it queen? No, sorry, is it king? Of course it's king. Because you're going to be attacking 2 knights at the same time. So it's actually king f4, king e5. I mean, what else? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm gonna go. Oh, this is the craziest move ever. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Come on. Oh, come on. I mean, you can't really mean it. Knight e4. Really. But knight e4, black's gonna take wood check, then you gotta do something and knight's gonna go back. Then what? Then you're able to actually play king e5? So wasn't that playable in the first place without losing this guy straight away? Okay, but now I'm in check. Oh my god, what a crazy puzzle here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What a sick puzzle. Jesus. I can't. I don't think oh whoa, whoa, wait a sec. I'm really curious about the pass rate for this one. Pass rate, 30% pass rate. I mustn't be in the best shape ever then. Okay, C7. I mean, yeah, it's got a lot of sense. Then this craziness. So what's wrong with King F4 straight away? I mean, I'm gonna play that one anyway. Hold on a sec. So they did like this move, and I was supposed to play c7. They're supposed to play this. Okay, knight e4 actually wins. King f4, knight b5, g8, or king f3 are draws. See? But knight e4 actually is the winning one. This is so counterintuitive. This is so sick. Oh my god. Okay, what's wrong with king f4? The agent says it's a draw. King f4. Ah, actually, we're looking at this. So that's why it doesn't work. Knight e4, they take. Gonna play this. They gonna go back, right? And king e5. Oh my god, that's such a super tough one. And whatever they do, it won't matter what they do because we're gonna push and get ourselves a queen. Whatever they choose to save, the pawn assigned to that particular knight will be pushed and promoted. Tough. Very tough puzzle here. Very tough puzzle here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, I think we are looking here at two things we got. This and this. I suspect queen to g1 because they can't block. And if they move, I'm going to play the queen here. If they move away, I'm having another one here. Then they lose the queen. All right, I think I do a little bit of move around, dance around here, and I'm going to win the black queen because of a skewer. So, okay, this one is way more doable than the previous one, which was very tough. So we got one, we got two. Yeah, king's going to have to play the f7. No, f7, they don't have a choice. So that's one. Oh, come on. Really? Queen g1 is wrong. Winning the queen. I mean, I'm winning the queen. What can be that bad? Oh, it's this, and after check, we're using the rook. They'll have to play. No, they can't. It's game over. Oh, God. Too lazy to take it one step forwards. Of course, it's queen to d5. I was afraid they're going to do this kind of stuff, but actually, after rook g1, it's just nothing they could possibly play because the queen is pinned. Sorry, I missed it. I really am. We still have to do the check, though. It's gotta be there. Doesn't make any sense not to be. Now, not must be something else. Rook plays. No, that is it. This for what? Maybe though. But that's a bit slow, I guess. Tough one. Very difficult one. Maybe. Oh, that's again. That's unrated, so it won't matter if I mess up again because the points have been lost already. So, hmm. I mean, yeah, it did make sense. Of course, it did. But okay, after this, they're gonna do this, and then what I'm gonna do? Uh, what if it's queen to pin the rook, and then we just drop the other? Might that be the case? I mean, queen to h5, pinning the rook. King can't really go anywhere. I mean, it's just... And then we're gonna use the other rook because of the back rank issues. Hey, bloody hell. I was correct about this one, but I messed up the first move. So I got it correctly eventually, but I really did very badly. I did very badly. It's a ton of misassessment. Like, pretty much like tons of misassessment. That probably is the only way. And something. It's got to be a forcing move because we are being forked by the knight. So it's got to be rook b1 by elimination. It's not even that. Probably was another one. Was oh my god. Was it a check first? Of course it was a check, and then this. And then this. Checkmate. This blocks and checkmate coming on the back rank, of course. Okay, too many blunders. Okay, we'll need to put a break because it's just too many blunders. Too many blunders this evening. The tea didn't really help too much. Okay. Um. Hey, I could do this. Bad. Probably rook f4, right? Or rook f4, rook f4. I'm going to do rook f4. Rook f4. Is there something strong? Do I give the queen? I don't think. Doesn't make a bit of a sense. I have to. Yes. Okay. Now I'm up material and we're doing very well. I guess I could, or maybe not. Because they have this kind of stuff. Hmm. That's not over yet. I thought it's over. But it ain't. Not quite over. So queen takes. They're going to be playing rook g1. I could try something else. Is there a way? Huh. What if I take and then they play rook? Then I'll play knight. Uh-huh. Then I might have this. I know it's a little bit scary, but I guess that should be sort of checkmate. Or should I take first the rook? Rook takes, queen takes. And bloody hell, they don't get easy, do they? Well, the problem is they can take the rook right now, so that's for sure. They could, so probably I gotta do this. Okay. Now, knight g2, and if they capture with this guy, we got this. Here. Wait. Still can't move, I'm pinned. If queen takes and I could just do this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's try perhaps one more time. Let's see. Is this something like... Well, queen is on the red here. What do we do? I mean, if I take this, is it that bad? We might have this. Could be. So how do we um actually I could take this and after the check, just dropping queen back on G2. So I'm taking the rook, queen checks, just dropping queen on G. Yeah, then they're gonna give a check. And I'm gonna move here. And if knight's gonna take, well, I'm gonna take the queen. Takes, check, dropping queen back on G2. Probably. I mean, has to be right. We can't take the knight. Doesn't make any sense to do anything else. That just doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna take the rook. Yeah. Now I'm in check. The big question is if I move the king in a corner, it could be, or just block. If I block, it's gonna be this. If I move here, they don't have any checks. So actually, I need to change the plan here, ladies and gents, and I need to make a suggestion for actually King H1. So I know initially I've proposed something like Queen G2, but actually King H1. I think this one looks a bit better, doesn't it? Is there any other checks I'm not aware of? I'm gonna move the king, of course. Well, okay. Let me try just pull another one just to make it to the 2700s, and then we're gonna call it a day here. Let's see. Um, Now if I push this pawn, they're gonna be moving this and travel here. Gonna be threatening this. Quite nice. Don't even matter. You don't even have to take the queen when they promote. You're just gonna go for the checkmate straight away. So it's gotta be G3, then Rook B1. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, can you believe that? Can you actually believe this crazy stuff? This is... What? Oh my god, it's Rook A. Because then you're gonna push, check, you're gonna take a queen. I mean, this is just too much. Okay, this is too much. Oh boy. I mean, not that I couldn't see it at all. It's just, oh, expect this. Probably Queen G4. Probably Queen G4. You gotta take this square. You can't play the rook on G6 now. Gotta be that. Oh. Oh, okay. What's the tactic here? Queen takes, knight takes, king. What's the tactic? What is it? Bishop? Simply, it's gotta be this, right? Not sure. I mean, that looks a bit forcing. That looks like, um, Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't like it. Probably, probably porn and probably 26, right? Six. I don't know. Porn has to take, thus blocking the rook. So that's a very important thing. Yeah, very important, but it's not it. Very important, but it's not. Is it this? Is it what bishop here? Oh yeah, that was one idea that I thought about. Yeah, but it's just too late now. It won't matter. Um oh, I'm in check. Okay, yeah. Tough one. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here for the time being. I'll try and return tomorrow afternoon, guys. Perhaps we're gonna get 2, 3 more viewers. Then we're gonna do some analysis of the stuff your guy played. Perhaps if you're coming back tomorrow, let's say 1 p.m. UK time, we can try and make an arena, but that would require a minimum of 4 players. So, okie dokie, guys. Thanks very much to my only viewer, or I had 2 viewers at some point. That's still a progress. Okay. Thank you and see you tomorrow, people. Tomorrow afternoon.